Do you think that the Democrats care about the common person? That they are the party of the people? While Donald Trump advocated against lockdowns, all the people who shroud themselves in blue claim to want to protect you by shutting the entire economy down. Lockdowns. Now they're changing their tune. I wonder why. They call Donald Trump and the Republican governors, there wasn't a Democrat one that did, that resisted lockdowns. They called them hateful and evil for not shutting down. They vilified them. They called them liars repeatedly. The media was an attack dog upon them. They kept your children from school, from learning, from interacting with each other. They shut down your businesses. They held up stimulus checks in an effort to have the blame fall on the sitting president of the United States before the election, of course. They robbed you of your livelihoods and your businesses on a permanent basis, sending all those customers so slowly gained by the local stores over to Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, who of course they allowed to stay open. They told you you couldn't go out while they got their hair done. Nancy Pelosi, Lori Lightfoot, while they dined at Michelin star restaurants, spending over $1,000 a person while unmasked the entire time, and then claiming that the event took place outdoors. Notice the chandeliers in the picture. But it turns out that much like the exceptions that they made for themselves, their original reasons for locking down were spurious. Now they are trying to walk back from the sins that they committed against America because they've gotten what they want. One has to ask themselves, who is more evil? Today's modern day Democratic Party or ISIS? You see, ISIS might do more immediate harm, but at least they are honest about it. They announce everything that they plan to do and then they execute, literally and figuratively. The forces inside the Democratic Party are much more pernicious and will do far greater damage over the long term. As for some reason, unbeknownst to me, there isn't the same backlash against them. Maybe because they're sneakier. Look, I realize that I might have just disturbed a few of you out there by conflating the Democratic Party to ISIS, that this is unacceptable. I understand. I really, truly want to offer you my sincere apology to anybody who I might have offended who is an ISIS sympathizer. I apologize. So let's break down the sudden change of heart within the Democratic Party and their leftist media propaganda outlets. Newsweek states, COVID lockdowns have no clear benefit versus other voluntary measures, international studies show. Yeah, the WHO was preaching this for the last several months. It certainly didn't get in the way of the Democrats executing their plan. Mayor Lori Lightfoot of Chicago, who got her hair did, says that Chicago bars and restaurants need to be allowed to reopen as quickly as possible to cut down on instances of private parties where people don't take proper measures against COVID-19. What a fantastic excuse, Lori. Hey, let's not address the economic damage that your policies did, and let's use the excuse that people aren't behaving properly at home, and that's your excuse. Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, who killed more people using the COVID virus in nursing homes than any other governor and was awarded an Emmy for his outcome, states, we simply cannot stay closed until vaccine hits critical mass. The cost is too high. We have nothing left to open. We must reopen the economy, but we must do it smartly and safely. Gavin Newsom of California also says that it's time to reopen. Funny how the vaccine came just after the election. Funny how all this is taking shape at one time. And all these things were exactly what Donald Trump said during the debate, and the media derided him for it. As they did Ron DeSantis, as they did Kristi Noem of South Dakota and the North Dakota governor. Do you think that it's random that all this is taking place after Trump conceded and vowed a peaceful transition of power? What are the odds that this is just randomly taking place? What percentage would you give that?
0. 0's a percent.
The Democrats do care about power. That's all they care about. Anyone who has had their businesses shut down, has lost their livelihood, should hold this party, the Democrats, entirely accountable for what is pure evil. Pure evil. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, in my opinion. There's no other word for it. It is flat out evil to exploit fear and punish innocent people, their children, keeping them from school, preventing them from interacting. The damage done to children is exponential. We don't even know, because these children need to be socialized, and that is done via social interaction, and they have banned that for almost the last year. They take away your livelihoods, your mental health, keeping you locked indoors. That's why alcoholism has risen. That's why opioids, the use of, has increased. That's why the amount of suicides, unfortunately and sadly, has risen dramatically. All so that they, once again, get to hold the reins of power. They don't care about you in the least, with one exception, unless your first name is unhinged and your last name is political power. Guys, thumb up the video, turn that like button blue, and God bless. Have a fantastic day. Subscribe, notification bell. Peace out.